morning and welcome to all BSc first year students. In next part of our study, during last part we have seen structure of gill in Valiaguatu. Then in this part we have seen mechanism of respiration in Valiaguatu. Friends, those animals which is to be found in aquatic medium or in water medium, in these animals respiration these are to be takes place, and respiratory organ is the special respiratory organ, and that respiratory organ is the gills, because only gills can absorb dissolved state of oxygen which is to be present in water. That's why respiration which is to be occur, respiration which is to be takes place in the Valiaguatu or in fishes, that respiration these are to be different from that of the respiration which is to be occur in terrestrial animals or the other animals. Now we have detailed seen the structure of gills. It is either hemibranchs or holobranchs. Then how X current and in current of water these are to be takes place inside the fish body. That X current and in current, it is to be called as mechanism of respiration. Mechanism of respiration in Valiaguatu. Aquatic respiration differs from the aerial respiration in several aspects. As aquatic respiration differs, it is to be different from aerial respiration in several ways, in several aspects. Means those aquatic animal which is to be present in water, respiration in these animals these are to be different way, and animals which is to present on land, respiration is to be different way. The density of water is 800 times more than that of air. The density of water is 800 times more than that of air at the same temperature. When terrestrial animals these are to be survive on land, at that time the density of that water is 800 times more than that of air at the same temperature. Water contains 0.0429 cc cubic centimeter of oxygen per liter. Water contains 0.04 in those water, polluted water or dirty water. In this water, the oxygen concentration is to be 0.04 cubic centimeter, or it is to be highest 9.0 cubic centimeter of oxygen per liter, while air has 105 to 130 cc of oxygen per liter. In air, oxygen concentration, oxygen percentage, these are to be more than 10 to 11 times greater as compared to the oxygen which is to present in water. In water, minimum 0.0429 cc per liter oxygen, whereas in air this oxygen is to be 105 to 130 cc of oxygen per liter, and the oxygen consumption of fish is also less. Oxygen consumption of fish is also less than that of land vertebrates. Means those aquatic animal they can consume oxygen. The consumption rate of oxygen is to be lower as compared to the consumption rate of the land vertebrates or the land animals. It said that flow of water over the gill is continuous, and the gills are very efficient in absorbing oxygen from the respiratory water current. Oxygen which is to be absorbing from the respiratory water current these are to be continuous flowing, continuous moving water, and that's why it is to be important, it is to be most necessary to flow water continuously, regularly on the gills, and it is to be efficiently dissolved oxygen. These are to be absorbed, these are to be absorbing by the gill lamellae or the gill filament through water current. In spite of the differences in the physical and chemical properties, in spite of the differences in the physical and chemical properties of air and water, the fundamental process of gaseous exchange, fundamental process of gaseous exchange in the gills and the lungs is the same. Those gaseous exchange which is to be occur inside the gill lamellae, same fundamental function, same fundamental mechanism which is to be occur in respiration, which is to be takes place inside the lungs or in the lungs, means mechanism these are to be same, these are to be similar in land vertebrates as well as it is to be similar in the aquatic animals. It is not possible to make any distinction between inspiration and expiration in Valley-Guatu. In Valley-Guatu there is no a distinction between, that is, expiration and inspiration, and in this Valley-Guatu also, see, this is the fish, and in this fish there is no distinction, there is no a separate demarcation between inspiration and expiration, but it is to be done physiologically, it is done in physiological manner. It appears that the intake and expulsion of water takes place alternately. In it, the inspiration and expiration of water current is brought about the expansion and contraction of the buccal and opercular cavities alternatively, and when these buccal cavities and opercular cavities expansion and contraction these are to be takes place, oral valves and opercular valve these are to be working, and when these oral valve and opercular valve these are to be functioning proper, then expiration and inspiration these are to be takes place, these are to be performed. Breathing movements occur in two steps, the gill chamber working as a suction pump. This breathing movement these are to be occur, these are to be takes place in two steps, and the gill chamber, branchial chamber, this gill chamber or branchial chamber working as a suction pump, that is, when this suction pump these are to be in proper manner, proper way working, then breathing these are to be takes place, respiration these are to be takes place. This mechanism of respiration these are to be we have studied in convenient way, in convenient manner, in two steps, in two ways. One is the inspiration and second is the expiration. What is meant by inspiration? During the inspiration, opercular and branchiostegal membranes free against the body, keeping the two external branchial apertures tightly closed. When inspiration these are to be takes place, opercular and branchiostegal membranes these are to be free against the body, keeping the two external branchial apertures tightly closed. The gill arches bulge laterally, enlarging the internal capacity of buccopharyngeal cavity. This buccopharyngeal cavity which act as a like a suction pumps or as a pressure pump, These buccal cavities these are to be this buccal cavity these are to be act as a suction pump, means the gill arches bulge laterally, gill arches these are to be fully filled by water and enlarging the internal capacity of buccopharyngeal cavity. This buccopharyngeal cavity these are to be act as a pressure pump or it is to be act as a suction pump for producing a respiratory current. As a result, the oral valve these are to be open and water flows in through open mouth to fill the buccopharyngeal cavity. As opercular valve these are to be act a pressure Due to this pressure, these are to be appear or oral valve and opercular valve. When pressure, these are to be released in opercular valve, then pressure, these are to be exerted on the oral valve, and oral valve, these are to be open. As oral valve, these are to be open, water, these are to be enter through the mouth into the pharyngeal region or the pharynx, and then it is to be enter into the buccopharyngeal cavity and enter into the gill chamber or the branchial chamber. As water, these are to be enter into the branchial chamber, then pressure, these are to be exerted on the oral wall. At the same time, oral wall, these are to be closed and opercular wall is to be open. As opercular wall is to be open, then pressure, these are to be minimized down on this opercular wall, and water is to be then expelled out, released outside by the gill chamber or the branchial chamber. It is to be called as the expiration. Inspiration and expiration, it is to be antagonist to each other. When pressure, these are to be exerted on oral wall, these are to be open, and water, these are to be enter. When pressure, these are to be exerted on opercular wall, operculum is to be open and oral wall is to be closed. Then water, these are to be leave outside from the oral wall. Now the opercula are lowered. This increases the pressure on the internal water. Expiration means now the opercula are lowered. This increases the pressure on the internal water. With the result, the oral wall close and the branchial apertures open. Hence the water is forced out through the gill slits over the gill filaments into the branchial chamber. Hence it leaves via branchial apertures, means two walls, oral wall and opercular wall. These oral wall and opercular wall, these are to be most important, play a role in respiration, because as oral wall, these are to be closed, pressure, these are to be exerted in internal water in branchial chamber, and as pressure, these are to be increased in the branchial chamber or the gill chamber, then oral wall, these are to be open, and oral wall, these are to be open. The water which is to present in branchial chamber or the gill chamber, that water, these are to be expelled out, these are to be leave out, and such leaving of water, expelled out of water from gill chamber is called as the expiration. It is called as the expiration. Means inspiration and expiration, these are to be takes place. Inspiration means to take water inside the mouth, and expiration means to leave out water from the branchial chamber after respiration, after gaseous exchange. These two processes, inspiration and expiration, as in gill chamber, water, these are to be not present, not found, then pressure, these are to be exerted on oral wall, and when this pressure, these are to be exerted on oral wall, this gill or the operculum, these are to be closed tight, then the pressure, these are to be occur, it is to be found on this oral wall, these are to be open. When that is opercular wall is to be closed, water, these are to be enter, it is called as inspiration. To take water inside the mouth is called as inspiration, and to leave out the water from the branchial chamber, it is to be called as the expiration. And for this inspiration and expiration, two important wall, these are to present in the body of Ellaguatl, or in first wall is to present in mouth, it is called as oral wall. In the jaws, that is upper jaw and lower jaw, it is called as oral wall, and next wall is to present, which is to present on the operculum, it is to be called as the opercular wall. These two branchiostegal wall, these are to be play most important role in the mechanism of respiration, mechanism of gaseous exchange. The respiratory rhythm is interrupted at regular intervals. The respiratory rhythms is interrupted at regular intervals, and during this period, the direction of the respiratory current is reserved. The direction of the respiratory current is reserved. Water is forced out of the mouth with force. This is known as coughing reflex. The fish gets rid of the undesirable matter in this cleaning reflex. Means this water is to be forced out of the mouth. Water is to be forced out of the mouth with force. This force is nothing but the cuffing reflex. It is nothing but the cuffing reflex. The fish gets rid of the undesirable matter in this cleaning reflex, in this cleaning region, and expiration and inspiration, these are to be takes place, and these two processes, these are to be important for the mechanism of respiration, or especially it is to be called as the physiology of respiration. Physiology of respiration. This is the gill lamellae. These are the number of gill lamellae, these are to present, and these gill lamellae, these are to present, and these are the gill lamellae, these are to be hanging. This is also gill lamella. This is the interbranchial septum. This is the interbranchial septum. This interbranchial septum, these are to be short and reducer. But gill filament, these are to be hanging, and these are to be hang in the branchial chamber or the gill chamber. This is the gill arch, which is to be C-shaped. Gill arch is to be C-shaped. These pointed are the gill rackers, and these gill rackers in Valley Agotto, these are to act as a sieve like to filter the water, and those waste material, those food material, these are to do not enter in the branchial chamber or in the gill chamber, because these are to be delicate gill filaments, and due to this hard particle gill filament, these are to be damaged, these are to be open. To these gill filaments, that is afferent vessels and efferent vessels. Afferent, these are to be supplied, that is impure blood, and efferent, these are to be collected the pure blood from the gills, and gaseous section, these are to be takes place. Gaseous mechanism, these are to be occurs. With this we have seen, that is mechanism of respiration. The next part we have seen the physiology of respiration. Next we have seen the physiology of respiration. Yes, thank you.